Action.
Have you ever been on a dating site? I've been on a couple of dating sites, I've been on the Tinder and the Plenty of Fish, and I thought I was cooking with grease. I thought I was something special because I get 20 or 30 matches and like 10 women would message me back, and I'd be going back and forth with like 5 or 10 women. I thought I was special because out of my friend group, some of my friends, they'll be on the exact same dating sites. They'll get 1 or 2 matches, and they'll be with some girls that was like, Lizzo size with a real ugly attitude and no money. I'm like, hell no, I don't want those matches. And so I thought I was doing really good on these dating sites until one of the women that I met on a dating site, she asked me, she said she thought I was really handsome. And so she was like, you must get 1,000, 2,000 matches. I looked around, I said, girl, what you talking about, huh? I didn't understand what her reference point was. And she was like, yeah, I got like 3,000 matches. I said, 3,000 matches? Holy Christ. And this girl wasn't the most beautiful woman in the world. I mean, on a scale from 1 to 10, she was a 5 or a 6. She had a great personality. I thought she was a real cool person, but to have 3,000 matches, I was like, hey, women, y'all out here living on easy mode. When a woman says that life is hard, it's because she don't know what hard is. If a woman had a dating app and she had 1 or 2 matches or 30 matches, she'd probably get depressed. She'd probably delete the whole entire app. See, for women, their whole life, they have men throwing themselves at them. As soon as they hit puberty, there's some grown man who's trying to get into her pants, and that's a fact of her whole entire life. And so by the time a woman gets to 21 years old, hey, she's tired of having all these men giving her attention. She's like, stop catcalling me. Stop hollering at me. She has expectations of the man that she wants. In her mind, she's dealt with some pretty handsome men, and so she thinks that that's what she deserves. Average women think they deserve above average men. And that's really destroying our whole entire society right now, because in the whole history of the world, average men date average women and they have average children and live a real average life. But that whole concept of being average, Instagram has destroyed it. Social media destroyed the idea of being average for women in all of America. You see, if a woman, if she goes to work and she has a job, she thinks automatically, because she could pay her phone bill and her car note, she's above average. Having a job for a woman, she thinks that turns her into superwoman or something. She becomes Beyonce because she goes to work every day and she wants to sing the song, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bill? And she's looking at an average man who's working. They both work at Amazon, okay? Amazon is like the second biggest private employer in America, right next to Walmart. And so they both work at Amazon, and she's looking at a man and she knows exactly how much money he makes. And she could take care of her own car note, her own phone bill. And she's looking at her coworker who she wants to date. And she's like, can you pay my bills? I'm like, hey. I clock in just like you, baby. Maybe if we work together, we could have, a decent apartment in an okay part of town, and we could have a nice life if we work together. But that's not the concept. A woman is thinking, I want someone to be above me, superior to me. And that right there is where we have the conflict right now in the dating market. This is a whole thing on social media, on the internet. Everyone's talking about the dating market, the dating market. You can't have a conversation about the dating market until you have a conversation about the whole economy. There is only one economy. And so right now, women are doing so good. Girl, you doing so good. You doing your thing. Women are beyond 50% of the total workforce. And so if you got more than half of the jobs, how in the hell that means a whole bunch of men ain't got no jobs, or they don't have the position that you want them to have. And now, back when men were dominating and the patriarchy was real and women were at home barefoot and pregnant, that's how feminism paints relationships. Women in previous generations, they had the most bestest deal, because the average woman should marry the average man, and he'd buy her a house, he'd buy her a car and a refrigerator and new appliances. She had a wonderful life. But she said, no, I want my own. And now women have worked so hard to go get their own stuff. They're looking for a man to compete. But there is no gender war. Every man just wants a woman. Every average man just wants a woman. He'll accept a below average woman. He just wants one thing: access to the cootie cat. Yeah, that little furry thing in between your legs. Meow. That's the only thing that a man wants. But you don't want that man. And that's creating all this turmoil in our society right now, because we can't have honest conversations. If feminism was real, there would be 50% of households in America that were headed by women who went to work every day and brought home the bacon and made sure that her family was taken care of. She'd come home and she'd see her man. He'd be like, hey, baby, I made a casserole. Hey, baby, I helped little Jimmy with the homework, and they'd have a nice life working together. But women don't want the social responsibility. So when I said that any woman who says that it's really hard to be a woman, it's because she doesn't know what hard is. She thinks that I'm having the exact same experience. She thinks that I get 3,000 matches just like her. But that's not the male experience. The male experience is to have the entire social burden. We got the whole world on our shoulders, the entire world. Women believe that having a baby is very difficult, and I know that's a very difficult thing. How does that man feel to know that he has to not only take care of that baby, but take care of the woman and make sure they have a place to stay and food to eat? He bears the whole burden of a family on his shoulders. If women chose to have that exact same social responsibility and economic responsibility, then it'd be an equal exchange. Then feminism would be a real concept. But this ain't no equality. This is like cheating. This is cheat mode. Women live life on easy mode. Most women have the opportunity to live life on easy mode. You see, men, we can't. Our superpower is our physicality. That's our superpower. Our determinism to be able to withstand pain and to subdue our emotions. That's what makes men special. For women, your superpower is your physical features. Your sexuality is your superpower. Being able to wear TikTok leggings, the ones that have the crease in the back to make your butt swell up, that right there is an absolute superpower. You don't even have to lean into your sexuality. All I have to do is be able to see your physical frame, just see your little buttocks, just, it ain't gotta be big. Because little booties matter too. So if I could just see your buttocks protrude out your pants just a little bit, I'm like, man, that's a woman. You ain't even got to have the most biggest breasts in the whole entire world. As long as you got like, what'd she say? A woman told me, she said, all a man needs is a handful or something like that. It was some type of crazy ass saying. I was like, that's absolutely true. Because little titties matter too. Being a woman is a superpower. Men just want you just because of your femininity. That's it. And so if we're going to have a conversation about a gender war, there is no gender war. Women want to help women and men want women. And so that makes women the most valuable asset in our whole entire society. But instead of understanding your power, you look down on the men who really want you. And I want you to have a nice life. I want all Americans to have a nice life, but it comes from having honest conversations that the average woman needs to go fall in love with the average man and have some little average ass babies. Are you going to be happy all the time? Hell no. No one is happy all the time. Life is hard. It is. The thing that you can do is go find someone who's willing to endure your bullshit and have an okay life with this person. If we're going to have any conversation, let's make sure the conversation is on how we sustain this society, how we build the society. Hey, Trump said, make America great again. The only thing that makes America great is the American family. And if we ain't having babies and having no family, then hell, we're all screwed.
The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive.